Hey digital investors, what's going on? Welcome back to another video where we cover everything that is going on inside of the crypto space. We have some good stuff to go over today, and I want to start off here where we have a Bloomberg analyst who basically analyzed whether or not Bitcoin's going to be going to $60,000 or $20,000 first. So we're going to start off on this piece. If you guys are frequent viewers of the show and you'd like to show some support, tapping the like button helps a ton to throw this video down the YouTube algorithm. And with that said, guys, let's hop into it. So Bloomberg Intelligence commodity strategist Mike McGlone here is weighing in on Bitcoin's outlook and whether or not the crypto is more likely to revisit 60,000 or to drop to support at 20,000. He shares a section of McGlone's report in which the commodity strategist explains how Bitcoin's current consolidation above 30,000 is reminiscent of its price pattern in 2019 when the leading crypto launched a 250% rally in a span of 3 months. So he's bringing up some similarities that we have, and this is what he says: Bitcoin is more likely to revert toward $60,000 resistance rather than the $20,000 support if its history of recovering from similar too cold conditions are any guide. Our graphic depicts the benchmark crypto akin to the 2018 and 19 consolidation period of around $4,000, just before launching to the 2019 peak at about $14,000. The more tactical, trading-oriented bears seem to proliferate when Bitcoin sustains at about 30% threshold below its 20-week moving average, allowing the buy and hold types time to accumulate. Which is interesting as well, because as we know, all of the biggest whale wallet addresses, their Bitcoin address wallets have been increasing, right? Showing that the whales are accumulating. McGlone says that Bitcoin's consolidation above 30,000 suggests that Bitcoin is setting the stage for a sustained uptrend as opposed to triggering another round of sell-off. Okay, so basically he's saying that he is of the mind that we're probably going to see the $60,000 range before we see the $20,000 range. Shorter term Bitcoin pain typical for potential longer term gain. Okay, he says probing $30,000 is more a matter of supportive maturation within a longer term pricing uptrend than a signal that Bitcoin is destined for dark days. And he says China's crackdown confirms Bitcoin's revolutionary value. Looking at China's harsh stance on Bitcoin trading and mining, McGlone says its crackdown on Bitcoin and other crypto assets could be a signal that the country has hit a ceiling in its economic rise. So he's basically speculating, as he says right here, China's rejection of open source software crypto assets may mark a plateau in the country's economic ascent, we believe, while extolling the value of the US dollar and Bitcoin. So interesting stuff. He's saying that we could see China's economy, maybe start to not do so well because of this, which is an interesting take. McGlone suggests that when it comes to the digitization of money, the US dollar is ahead of the curve, as he highlights that top stablecoins such as Tether, Binance USD, and USDC have reserves dominated in dollars. So, that's interesting, but nonetheless, I wanted to show you guys this. Again, this is coming from a Bloomberg strategist, and that's his take on Bitcoin. Let me know in the comments below if you think we will be going to $60,000 or $20,000 first in the comments. And here we have India to use Ethereum blockchain to verify diploma certificates. Now, I thought this was kind of funny because we were hearing about how India had a problem where people could basically, not attend college or not attend schooling for a certain, job, but they have all these fake certificates, right? All these basically black market certificates. You have basically fake doctors and a bunch of fake people running around claiming to know something or have gone to school something when in reality they never have. And I remember back then they were proposing that, hey, blockchain could solve this if we ran on some type of system. And here now we have it: India to use the Ethereum blockchain to verify these diploma certificates. And this is with a partnership with Legit Doc, places India among early adopters to implement an e-governance system for higher education. So pretty interesting stuff. As we know, this problem was rampant in India, so obviously it's probably going to get much better now. Probably won't be as easy as it once was, because then you just have the certificate but it's not verifiable. So now that it's on the Ethereum blockchain, I'm sure there'd be some type of maybe scanning or some type of QR code or a number you could put in or something that would link your certificate to the blockchain and verify it that way. So pretty cool stuff. We also have Shopify to allow merchants to sell NFTs directly through their stores. This This is pretty crazy. And we have the NBA Chicago Bulls, who are going to be the first to jump on this. This is coming from the Shopify president, Harley Finkelstein. He said Monday his company is now allowing merchants on its platform to sell NFTs directly to their customers. He noted that before Shopify's move, its merchants would have to sell NFTs through a third-party marketplace, forcing them to relinquish control of the sale and the customer relationship. Here are the tweets from the Shopify CEO here. These are 2 tweets. He says, "If you've spent 1 minute on the internet this year, you've seen a lot about NFTs. At Shopify, we are making it easier for our merchants to sell NFTs directly through their stores, with one of the first being the Chicago Bulls NFT store. Before Shopify offered this, merchants would have to sell through a third-party marketplace, which gave them less control of the sale and customer relationship. Once again, we are putting the power back into the hands of merchants and meeting customers how and where they want to buy." They say one of the first Shopify merchants to offer NFTs will be the NBA Chicago Bulls, while launched an NFT Legacy collection on Monday featuring the franchise's 6 World Championship rings. And this says that Shopify powers the e-commerce sites of over 1.7 million businesses around the world. The company's decision therefore potentially opens NFTs to a much wider adoption, a much wider audience, and that is absolutely correct, right? A lot of people, if you're doing, online storefronts, if you're selling items, I know a lot of people are doing it through Shopify. And so to be able to have this right within the Shopify system where you don't have to rely on a third party makes it easier for the merchant. It also makes it easier for the customer because they know it's coming directly from Shopify. They don't have to be trusting some third party some third-party integration to deliver the NFT, but it's all right there. And this definitely could open up NFTs to a wider audience. And as we know, if NFTs are getting to a wider audience, it's going to bring crypto in general to a wider audience. And NFTs seem to be a great way that we have seen that crypto gets put to the masses, right? Gets exposed to the masses. NFTs seem to be a way that are definitely attracting, especially the younger generation and younger people, just because of how well NFTs integrate into things like video games and stuff like that in the gaming world. And here we have World Economic Forum outlines the speed of Cardano, XRP, Solana, Celo, Algorand, and Stellar Lumens. Quite a bit of cryptos right there. And pretty interesting that it's coming from the World Economic Forum. They're outlining the speeds at which several crypto assets can move, including Cardano, XRP. They're outlining basically how fast they can process transactions. This is coming out of its recently published community paper where it looks at smart contract platform Cardano and provides details on the number of transactions it can process per second. What they say about Cardano is that it's an open source proof of stake blockchain network and smart contract platform that aims to provide multiple features through layered design and modularity. It allows for 257 transactions per second. Next on their list was XRP and its global open source blockchain, the XRPL, and they say XRP boasts 1,500 transactions per second and costs 0.0003 per transaction and settles in seconds. Basically, it costs pretty much nothing. The WEF is also outlining the throughput and infrastructure of Ethereum's competitor Solana, describing it as a proof-of-stake blockchain network designed for mainstream adoption. They say Solana enables fast transaction times with the ability to scale as usage of the protocol grows without relying on layer 2 systems or sharding. Another crypto asset on their radar is Celo. According to the WEF, Celo is designed to enable smartphone users to send, receive, and store money. They say Celo has a ledger close time of approximately 5 seconds with 1,000 transactions per second, and they say the speed of Algorand. ALGO is a network that allows both traditional and decentralized financial firms to build dApps on top of, and they say Algorand allows for 1,000 transactions per second with a ledger close time of approximately 5 seconds, with the last coin in their paper being Stellar Lumens or XLM. They say it is built for cross-border payments, and they say Stellar's ledger limit is currently set at 1,000 operations per ledger. With ledgers closing approximately every 5 seconds, that's a limit of 250 transactions per second for Stellar. So those are all of the crypto assets that they outlined in this report that was put out. Interesting stuff, but nonetheless, this is what the World Economic Forum is at least looking at least studying. So pretty crazy stuff. And here we'll end with this. If you guys are enjoying the video, make sure you tap the like button. It really helps a ton for the algorithm. But we have Raw Paul says social tokens are going to be the next big thing for crypto and will grow into a $1 trillion industry within the next 5 to 10 years. And he's talking about social or community tokens, which are going to be the next big development in the crypto market and have the power to disrupt all kinds of traditional industries. Paul, who used to run hedge funds himself at Goldman Sachs before retiring at 36, says that community tokens are a form of cryptocurrency that are linked to a company, an organization, or even a person. The idea is the holders of that token will get perks from the issuer, such as exclusive content, access to group chats, or digital merchandise. Paul says that it's the biggest thing he's ever seen. We all know how big crypto is, but within crypto, community tokens are going to change all business models. He says when you realize that tokenizing things changes the equation, it will not be long before Disney tokenizes, because they have super fans who want access to parts of the community. So you could have a Star Wars community or a Disney animation community, and people are fanatical about this. And honestly, so far, what he's saying makes a lot of sense, right? You could definitely see people going crazy over this, and especially if they're incentivized, whether that's through merchandise or some type of reward point system. Maybe you could, redeem those points, put them towards something for whatever the business is, whatever the business does, right? That could be pretty huge, and people, I personally think people would go crazy over it. Powell said he believes the market in social tokens will go from being a $1 billion business to a $1 trillion business in the next 5 to 10 years. He says, I'm trying to work on it. We have a great, amazing community of super smart people all around the world. They write to us all the time saying, please, can you create a token? We want to be a part of this. We want to be part of this kind of expert network of people that love finance and, love investing and learning. So literally, guys, almost anybody can make this, right? If Powell wanted to make it and make it around a group of people who love finance, I mean, anything from restaurants to, almost virtually any business, a software company, anything that is providing value to a customer, a willing paying customer, you could put some social token around it. And then it makes sense when Raw Paul says, hey, this isn't going from millions to billions. This is going all the way to trillions. That makes sense if it ends up being something where, what company doesn't adopt it, right? Especially if it's helping their customer relationship. So pretty crazy stuff. Let me know what you guys think about social tokens in the comments below. Are there any you're invested in? Any you think that I should look into? Definitely let me know in the comments, and I'll be looking forward to reading those. Our fear and greed index for today is sitting in fear at 32. We are finally out of that extreme fear for our second day now, so that is pretty cool. And again, we're out of that extreme fear. We have touched the 30s, so we'll see what continues to happen. Our prices for today will go over the top 10, as we do have some green on the board for today. We have Bitcoin at $38,000, Ethereum at $2,300, Binance Coin at $317, Cardano at $1.30, XRP at 65 cents. We also have Dogecoin sitting nice at 20 cents, Polkadot at $14, Uniswap at $19, and Bitcoin Cash at $495. And with that said, guys, that is the video for today. If you enjoyed it, make sure you tap the like. If you're trying to stay up to date on everything that's going on inside of the crypto space, then make sure you subscribe and hit the bell. You get a video like this daily. I go over Bitcoin, altcoins, and everything that is going on inside of crypto. You guys remember, this is not financial advice, so don't take it as such. I'm just documenting the daily crypto news and this crypto bull run. And with that said, I hope you guys all have a great day, and I will see you on the next one.